Hey guys, welcome to Make With Me Monday. My name is Robin French Smith and I'm one of the moderators on this page. Today I'm going to show you a new way to use WonderBar. So if you have the WonderBar recipe, this is a new way to use it, and maybe you have it and you love it. Maybe you bought it and you haven't been able to successfully roll bars or get scooped bars or something, or you just, I don't know, just want a different way to use it. So this is just kind of a new way that I've been trying to use it and I like it. So hopefully you can see everything I'm doing, the angle and stuff. So, okay, I have in my mixer, I have all of my powder ingredients, and I left the, okay, they're right there. I have all my powder ingredients in my mixer, and I'm going to give those a quick mix while I melt my cocoa butter, which I have right here. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave. Now, I like to mix the powder before I add any of the liquids to it. I just feel like that helps with like making sure everything's kind of well blended in there, because sometimes like if you pour your liquid straight in, sometimes especially like the clays will just like suck up some of the liquid and then it's not as blended in there. I don't have as many problems with that with WonderBar, but I do it for my bath bombs, so it's just kind of a force of habit. Hi Alicia, how are you? So, and there is SLSA in this, so, you know, guys, please, I wear a mask when I'm prepping my ingredients, and I have this little cover and an additional little thing for that little ring where it's showing. So, like, definitely please protect your lungs and wear a mask if you're using SLSA. Like, I don't know, I just feel like that's a given because it just gets airborne, and like, it's like breathing in live fumes. If you make soap and you breathe in live fumes, like that does not feel good. So I feel like the same is true for SLSA. Like it just doesn't feel good. So it just makes sense to wear a mask with it. What I'm going to show you today is, so say you try to make WonderBar, you have plans for a rolled bar or something like that, and it doesn't work out. Don't throw your stuff away, okay? Those are expensive ingredients. Don't throw it away. You can keep it indefinitely. The shelf life of your product is the shelf life of your ingredients. So for me, I use cocoa butter in it, so that's like a year. So even though, like, if you don't have this stuff right away, you can just hold on to it, put it in a Ziploc if you want to, just hold on to it for a little bit, and then whenever you can have the time to order stuff. So I ordered these. I have a bigger one too. So these are like little milk containers or whatever. I got these on Amazon. It comes with this cute little, disturbing, it reminds me of like, it doesn't remind me of a funnel, it reminds me of something else. But anyway, this is a little silicone cup funnel that comes with it, and you can use that to like scoop it in. It has lids, it has everything you need. So there's a couple different sizes on this, and I'll put the link on Amazon, although I'm sure that there are cheaper places that you can get those. Okay, so I just ordered it on Amazon to have like a quick turnaround on it, but I'm sure there's cheaper places. So this is my cocoa butter. These are my other liquid ingredients right here. I like to mix them all together, so I'm just going to put it all in there at one time, and then add my fragrance oil to it. Now this way of doing it, I'm just going to use it as powder. So I'm actually not going to use, usually with WonderBar you use rubbing alcohol as your processing agent to get it wet. So if you already made, so like if you're using this idea for a failed batch and you already made it, then it is going to have the rubbing alcohol in it, but the rubbing alcohol will dry out, so it's not that big a deal. But if you're just doing it for on purpose to make it dry, it's like bath bomb dust. If you're doing it on purpose to make it dry, there's no reason to put like a whole bunch of binder in it, right? So I don't have to do that. This fragrance is called, oh my god, I can't get it open. It's called Brazilian Crush from Muddy Soap Co. She sent me a sample of it and I was like, why would you do that to me? Because it smells amazing. Now it does have 4.2% vanillin, which is vanilla. Okay, so let me show you real quick. You can delay the process of it turning brown, and I'll show you what I mean by that. 1 second. Let me just get this started. Just gonna pour all that in there. Oh my God, it smells so good. That's how it is. Anything with vanilla is just gonna smell freaking amazing, unfortunately. And it will definitely, I mean, vanilla is going to turn your stuff brown eventually, but you can delay it. So, I'll show you what I do. So, the quicker you wrap your products, the slower the browning thing will happen. So, this bath bomb was made with this same mix on this same exact day. And you can see that this one is brown and spotty. Okay, it's been sitting out. And this one is not. So that pink, I mean, it's kind of hard to see because there's a glare from my lights, but you can see that there's a difference, right? Like this is, so the quicker you wrap your products, the slower it's going to be to turn brown, but it will eventually turn brown. If I give this a year, it will be brown-ish. I'll have little brown flecks in it. So it's not, you know, it's not going to keep it from going brown forever, but you can delay it, and it's usually the quicker you package it, which is good for this because these are just going to be poured in here. There's no citric acid in them, so I don't have to worry about a reaction. It's not like bath dust. Like bath dust, you have to like wait a few days, let all that CO2 release before you can just put it in a bag or a box. Okay, so this is white and crumbly. Just plain white and crumbly. I'm gonna split it and do half orange and half pink. So I'm just gonna put, to start off with, I'm going to color the whole thing pink because I'm going to use the orange color study, kind of use the orange color study. So one of the orange color studies, I talk about using red 27 and yellow 5. So I'm going to add some red 27 Lake to this. And I just scoop it straight in. These Lakes are from Make Your Own Buzz, and I just scoop it straight in. I've never had any problem doing that, so. Then I'll split it. So, hi from Georgia. Thanks for doing this. Oh, you're welcome. It's okay. I was a little bit late myself, to be honest. Like a few minutes late, so I'm just gonna let that mix for a minute. You can use dyes if you want to. I just don't prefer dyes because they fade, but you can totally use dyes if you want to. And let's split it. If there are any little balls of uncolored stuff in there, I can kind of crumble them up with my hands, but it looks good to me. It doesn't look like it's having any problems getting all the way colored. So if you wanted it to be like dusty dust, this is going to be kind of like bubble crumbles, right? If you wanted it to be dusty, you could let it dry all the way out. Use a strainer, put it through your strainer, and then it'll That's just like an extra step if you wanted it to be like literally powder, which I've done that before. So I've tested this. One of the good things about this is bubble scoops and bubble bars, you have to educate your customers about them, right? So you have to hold them under the water while the tub is filling to create bubbles. And some customers, no matter how much you try to tell them, you can put it on the packaging and like you can tell them over and over, there's always going to be that customer who's like, I just put it in the bathtub and nothing happened. Like there's always, without fail, going to be that customer. So this is kind of foolproof. It's like traditional bubble bath, and like that's what I have to tell people. Like, think about Mr. Bubble. You have to pour Mr. Bubble into the running water. You can't just pour Mr. Bubble into a still bathtub and expect bubbles. Like, that's not how it works. Same thing for this. It's just the added step of having to hold it under the water to make sure it stays there underneath it. So I need a scoop. I need a scoop. Where are my scoops? There's a scoop. So the good thing about this is like they can literally just take this and pour it straight into the water and then walk away and it makes bubbles. So I've tried it several times and it definitely works. So that's the good news. So it's kind of foolproof, and these I'm gonna add to my Easter basket sets. So I think it'll be like a nice little extra thing, and it's like really low key as far as like the energy it cost me to make, which I like because I have some other things that are like more labor intensive. So it's always good to like balance your sets out with things that are less labor intensive and more, you know, easy. Just throw it in there. It still looks good. It's going to add like that extra, in the South we call it lanyap, a little extra something. Okay, so it's going to add that without taking a lot of effort on my part. So I'm just going to kind of go in there and squash it up. There's so many things that you can do with WonderBar. So Kale's asking, what am I calling this? So I'm calling this bubble powder. Bubble bath powder. Like, not even trying to come up with anything super creative on it. But there's so many things that you can do with WonderBar. And I have still, there's like a couple more projects actually that I've been experimenting with, just like of things that you can do with WonderBar. So it's pretty exciting to me. Let's check this orange. Whoa. Turn my mixer off before I do that. So you see I have a really nice kind of neon orange right there, which goes with my milkshake. So that works. I'm gonna pour that in there. Now with my milkshakes, they did like a zigzag. I don't think I'm gonna try to do that with this. I'm just gonna probably layer in like a little bit of one, a little bit of another one. And I just got these bottles in the mail, so I haven't actually tried these bottles to see like how much fits in each one. I would say that the size bottle, oh, here's the big, I told you I had a bigger size. Here's the bigger size I have. So I would say, and this is really to introduce the concept to my customers, so that's why I'm starting them off little, but I would say that this is probably one bath worth, if I had to guess. So it's enough as like a starter pack, and you could do like a sample pack or whatever. So, oops, turn my scale off instead of what I wanted to do. I'm gonna move this over here so that it's out of my way. So yeah, if you tried WonderBar and you failed at it, or it just didn't work for you for some reason, this is a good alternative for a way that you can still use WonderBar. Okay, so let's give it a go. Now I'm assuming, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm assuming the powder is just going to go down this little funnel, but it is a silicone funnel, so it might get caught, and it might be better for me to use a traditional funnel, like a hard plastic funnel. Yep, look at it getting caught. You little thing. Okay. I thought that, see, my little sixth sense was like, wait a second. That's okay. Watch this. We can still do it. Actually, here. Tear my scale out again because I don't have the funnel. Okay. Everybody scooch down. Ta-da. I'm just gonna spoon it in. Two spoons. So I'll get a rhythm and then I'll quit weighing it every second, but okay, let's see how much that is. Actually, that's 3 ounces. Let's see if I can get 3.5 ounces in, because my bubble scoops are 3.5 ounces, which I know is basically how much I want for one bath. So if I get 3.5 ounces in this guy, there we go. That's 3.65, close enough. So I have a little, and it's hard to see because of the glare. I have a little thing, and then now I probably should have put that on, the lid on with a clean glove, so I didn't get bath bomb powder or bubble powder all inside the grooves of that. But there you go. And what's cool about these lids is it's sealed. It has like that clickety clackety seal thing, so your customers know that it's sealed and good and ready to go. All right, let's repeat that over and over and over. So there you go, guys. What do you think? Yay, nay? A good, like, I hate wasting things. So like, and I've had, you know, bath bombs fail, or I've had bubble bars where it didn't work out, and bubble bars to me are like one of the most expensive products because you have all that SLSA in them. So I definitely was happy to figure out that you could just use the powder like this. And you could also, hold on, I'm not going to put the lid on. I'm going to resist the urge to put the lid on. You could also, what could you also do? There was something I was going to say you could also do, but I don't remember what it is. Where did I get these containers? So I got these off of Amazon, and I will put a link to the ones that I got. The shipping on them was a little bit slow, but there's probably other places. Like, I would check SKS packaging. I'm sure that they have these. There's other places that you could get them, like so usually, like, I get stuff from Amazon that I want to try and see if it works, because I want to buy like a small amount, and then if I decide I want it, I'm going to buy bigger amounts. I'm going to get it from a bigger supplier. So you could probably get it from SKS packaging. They have a lot of good supplies, to be honest. Sorry about my voice. I don't know. It only happens like right before you do a live. So it's got to be psychosomatic. There you go. Just going to diagnose myself, which means it's in your head, if you don't know. Is there a reason I don't use a vanilla stabilizer? I've just never used one. You can use one. It's not going to stop. It's still not going to stop it from browning. It's just going to delay it. Same thing as with a soap, where it's going to delay it for a little bit, but it's not going to stop the browning process forever. So with bath bombs, I just know, like, the quicker I wrap it, the less it's going to turn brown, and I just go with that. I do know, and I've never played with one, okay, so I'm not like speaking out of like a wealth of knowledge on the subject of vanilla stabilizers, but I have heard that they can sometimes do weird things as far as, like, especially with bath bombs, as far as like changing the texture of the mix, and sometimes even changing the fragrance. So it's just not something I've ever messed around with. Which recipe did I use for this? This is WonderBar. So this is WonderBar, the bubble bar that you can scoop or roll or press or pipe. So this is just another way that you can use it if you have that recipe. And if you have that recipe, you know, the thing is, we tested and tested and tested, and there's always gonna be like some kinds of factor that we are not. There's all kinds of factors that go into play with bath and body products. So like anything as simple as like the brand of baking soda you use can have an effect on the outcome of your product. So even though we've thoroughly tested WonderBar, and I feel like the failure rate of it is super low compared to other bubble bars, there are still people who say like they can't get it to work for some reason. And as a community, you guys do a great job. Like, I just need to stop and say that. Like, you guys do a great job as a community, like supporting other makers who are like, why is this not working? I have this recipe and it's not working. So thank you, okay, for that. So you guys do a great job, but there's only so much, you know, you can do to help somebody. Like a lot of success in bath bombs and bubble bars just requires the unfortunate legwork of just doing it and then seeing why it works and then testing it and, you know, being really thorough about your testing. So for those people who are like, it's just not working for me, this is a solution maybe for you. So, or just, and for the people who it does work for, it's just another way that you can, hey man, it's what we call same girl, different dress, right? Like, we don't have to reinvent the wheel for every product that we put out for our customers. Just repackage it in a new thing, call it something new, same ingredients, people still gonna like it. So, it's just a way to expand your line without like having to do anything extra other than buy like little bottles, which like they're stinking cute, so why wouldn't you want to do that? Do I let my mix dry a bit? So I did not. No, I just made it just now. This isn't bath bomb powder, so there's really no reason. I'm just kind of squishing. I see some little balls down here on the bottom. This isn't bath bomb powder, so there's no citric acid in it. So like regular bath bombs are going to, you have to let, like, here's a batch of bath bombs I started last night, and for whatever reason they failed. So I have the powder. I'm just gonna let the powder sit out for a couple days, and then I'm gonna bag it. If I bagged that right now, the CO2 that's being released from those will like slowly expand. But you don't have to do that with these bubble bars because there's no citric acid in it. So there's no reaction happening like that. And yeah, somebody asked, how do we make this? Basically this, I just made it, so you just get the WonderBar recipe and just can come back and watch this again, and then you'll see exactly how to do it. This is like, yep. And this recipe is not the same as the one that's in Fun in the Tub. So if you've tried the Fun in the Tub recipe and you didn't have success with it, this is not the same recipe as the Fun in the Tub. Now, could you probably do this with any bubble bar? Yeah, I think so. I haven't tried it with another bubble bar, but I mean, I guess you probably could. So that's just me guessing at it. But this is WonderBar. We call it that because it's wonderful. Bath bomb powder, we don't need binder. So kind of, this is bubble bar. This is solid bubble bath without the binder. And yeah, there's no reason to put the binder in it because I don't need it to get hard, which saves me a little bit on the recipe cost, the cost of goods. So yeah, Sarah gets it. A rose by a different color. A rose by a different name would still smell, would smell sweet, yeah. So like my my username for like my Apple gaming whatever was same girl different dress, and my younger son's on the same account with me and he was like, can we please change that because my friends laugh every time I log in and it says same girl, different dress. And I was like, aw, baby, I'll change it for you, but okay. I'm just saying, the world's a big place, you know. Anyway, it's just funny. Okay, so I think I have enough for, I might have enough for one more. This last one. And I'm filling these to 3.65, so like slightly over that 3.5 mark. I like my bubble scoops to be 3.5. I feel like that is like the correctest. I feel like that's like the right amount for one bath. So this is basically like a one use kind of thing. Okay, so this guy might not have the same amount of stripes. This is probably going to be my tester one then. When I test it for, and make a video and show my customers so they know how to use it. Because there's still going to be, I mean, I'm going to tell them like pour it straight into the water, the water that's coming out of the faucet, the running as the water is coming out, that water, pour it into there. I'm going to tell them that, and I'm still going to have like those one or two people who are like, I just poured it in my tub and nothing happened. And I can talk like that because I live in Texas. And a lot of my friends talk like that. But yeah, there's going to be my one customer they're going to say that to me. So it's okay. So this is actually still, I think this is actually still going to be the right weight. It's just going to be, yep. It's just going to be not striped as striped. So there you go. Now let me take these gloves off and I'll put the lids on instead of doing it with dirty gloves. And I mean, the thing that's cute about this size is like you could do like a sample pack. You know, you could have like 3 fragrances and just do them as little sample packs. But once I turn it and seal it, that little like milk jar seal is sealed. So, and that made 9 little things. Yeah, the bottle's super cute. Like, I spent a little bit extra money to get the square bottles. So you could probably get, there's like the round, the circle milk jugs. I don't know. The square bottle just spoke to me. I just liked it. So, but you could, I don't know why I was going to put a lid on the empty one. You could do like the little milk cartons though. You could even, I mean, this is WonderBar, but you could add, I don't know, 20 grams of milk into your recipe, and then you could call it milk bubble bath, like, because it has milk in it at that point. So there's lots of different ways that you could advertise this. So there we go, guys. Super quick, super easy way that you can expand your line with the recipe. A lot of you already have. If you don't have it, I'll add the link to it at the top, and I'll add the links for this. Oops, low power mode, sorry. I don't see like any immediate questions, and plus I was able to watch this time because of the setup. So I'll go back through when I'm done and check for any other questions that you guys might have had. But yeah, happy making.